Hello everyone, it is Sunday, January 30th, and I have to apologize to everyone on YouTube, and everyone that I know, because I lied when I said I lived in Japan. But the JET program lied to me first. They don't send you to Japan, they send you to Antarctica. I swear, the amount of snow that is outside right now is ridiculous. I can't even show you out my window because my windows are all frosted, so all you would see is this giant sheet of white. This is not cool. I don't want the snow. I don't think I have in my memory this much snow. And I've lived in Minnesota, okay? I know about snow. But this, I can't fix it in my brain, a memory that has more snow than our city does right now. So much snow. So much snow. By the way, I'm apparently still afraid of snowmen. I had a horrible, horrible nightmare about Lord Snowdymort last night. So a topic that was suggested for today was talking about animals. They wanted to know the top 10 animals that I've seen in Japan from most common to most rare. The most common animal that I see here are crows. I don't know if you remember from a really old videos when I showed you the massive amount of crows in the sky. That has never changed. Number 2 would be cats. Cats are basically like squirrels here, which we oddly enough don't have. Or at least squirrels only live deep in the mountains and you never ever see them. But cats, there are plenty of cats. When I lived in Akita, I had 9 stray cats that I used to hang around with all the time. Number 3 would be koi, or carp. Koi ponds are pretty much everywhere you go, and at the Yokokan, there are so many koi, it's ridiculous. Number 4 I would have to say is dogs. I've seen a few stray dogs, but most dogs are with their owners. In fact, it is sad there are no animal shelters here in Japan, so when they find stray animals, they put them down. Number 5 I would say are frogs. During the summer I've seen quite a bit of frogs. Number 6 would be salamander. If you all remember my buddy Steve the salamander, I don't know actually where he is anymore, but during the summer I do see plenty of a salamander. Number 7 would be monkey. Now we're getting to an area that I actually haven't seen many of, but my one of my teachers that I work with at my visiting school says that all the time there are monkeys in her trees. She has invited me to her house to go see the monkeys sometime. Number 8 would be wild boars. In the news within the past few months there's been a lot about wild boars. And I've seen one. I have seen a wild boar. Number 9 would also be bears. My students have to protect themselves by wearing a bell on their bag, so on their bag when they're walking home in case they get attacked by a bear, so people can know that there's bear attack. And number 10, the most rare animal that I've ever seen in Japan that has never been seen in America is a whale shark. So they're not like wild animals here, but Japan's like the only country that I know of that can have these animals in captivity, and I finally saw 2, not 1, I saw 2 whale sharks, and it's cute, and I love whale sharks. But the craziest one for me is pretty much the monkeys, because I've never seen monkeys outside of a zoo. How about everybody else? What are some weird animals that you've seen running around? Alright, time for question time! Does the milk come there in different grades, like skim, 1%, 2% whole? No, you pretty much get 1 milk. And it has a very different taste than American milk does. It's very, very sweet. And I don't particularly like the milk here all that much. I try to avoid it as much as possible. Are you living in the apartment JET provided for you? Yes and no. JET does not technically provide you with the apartment. Your school and / predecessor do. So what happens with the JET program is you will interview for this program, but you don't actually work for the JET program. You work for your city or your prefecture. And your predecessor, if you have one, usually will sell you all the stuff in their apartment and the car if they have one. And if that apartment doesn't work, or if you don't have an apartment, your school will help you find one. But on a quick note, there is something you need to know about paying for an apartment here. There is a terrible, terrible thing called key money. Key money is a lot of money that you pay right when you get to your apartment. You pay it to your landlord as kind of a gratuity fee, but that fee is a lot of money. Now, you only pay it once, but it's still a lot of money. Some landlords do this, some landlords don't. I am lucky and did not have to pay key money, but be aware that you might have to. How much do your utilities add up to every month? I pay gas, electricity, water, phone, internet, I think that's everything. It adds up to around $300 a month. Could you go to Japan to teach history through the JET program, or is there another program for that? I have never ever seen a foreigner teach anything other than English here within the JET program or out. Sorry if you were getting your hopes up about a different subject, but the JET program is specifically for English, and I do not know of any other programs that would do anything like that. I've never heard of it. You should do a parody of Don't Rain on My Parade. Maybe I will. Are you hoping to be a part of the JET program forever, or do you plan to be an actual teacher outside of the JET program? Alas, there is a 5-year limit to being on the JET program, which was recently extended from the previous 3-year rule, but I do not plan on being a teacher forever. I think if I stayed a teacher for the rest of my life, I would go insane. I would actually like to move on to doing translation/interpretation work here in Japan, but I do not plan on returning to America if I can help it. I also realized something. Your video count is off. Is it? Where? Could you translate Goodbye Days by Yui? Indeed, I can and have done, because I am lucky enough to actually own the CD. So there is a link below where you can find that translation. Look to my live journal, which I really haven't been updating my live journal at all lately. But I'm actually turning my live journal into more of just a translation area, so if you want any other thing else translated or romanized, you can totally ask me, and I will put it up there. So everyone, that is all the time that I have for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, leave me a comment and you can decide a challenge for me or just something to talk about. I do not mind. I actually enjoyed doing the snowman challenge because it actually felt like a challenge to me. So doing things like that is a-okay. Nom nom nom.